fucked. A stack of books. The library. I lie below books and scrolls on the esoteric and the arcane. Oh, brother. Let's go to the fucking library. No. No? Because you hate me and you suck. This library. Perhaps. Entering the library, I am drawn to a dark alcove round to the right, bearing the title Esoterica and Arcana. I'm sure there's much to learn here, but sadly, a cursory glance is all I have time for today. Piled up on the reading desk, I find books on ornithology alongside bestiaries of the old world. You can learn a lot about a person from the books they read. What do you mean? Below books and scrolls. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. Okay, so, there's a round room. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Oh, wait. Hold on. This one? Could you not be ominous? Is it this one then? Yes, okay. It's on the floor below. As I open the door, I'm hit by the musty smell of damp. This room has been entered for some time. The corner of the room is piled high with scrolls of parchment and old books, but underneath the debris I find something of interest. What the fuck is that? I don't like it. What are you? I have nothing to think. I have nothing to smell. It's polished and weathered. Driftwood. Oh, you are finally a shin. Yeah. You can go over here with my other totems. I will donate them to the library across the street. Who? Who are you? Whatever. Eli, hey, buddy. The museum was ransacked last night. I went looking for my brother, but he's nowhere to be found. So I should have given him Illumina. The good news is they didn't find what they were looking for. Okay. I moved the casket myself and hid it here in one of Strange Antiquities' vaults. Oh, thank God, Eli. Could you tell your brother? It's safe for now, but we can't leave it here for long. I have more to prepare, but I've left instructions on how to access the vault in the desk drawer. Have you? Forsooth. Okay. Which one? A candle that gives off no light, an anchor that has never touched the ocean, a finger but not of flesh. Oh, easy. A candle that gives off no light is this. An anchor that has never touched the ocean, and a finger but not of flesh. Hello, give me the witch's finger. Okay, flip this over. Go all the way through. And that's this one, that one, this one. So this is it, hey? A horrible, no good, very bad casket. A complex feeling comes over me. It is both horrifying and yet compelling. I'm going to put it in there and forget about it. Hi, David. What's up? The lake has turned black. As omens go, I'd say that's probably quite a bad one. But the mail won't deliver itself. No, sir. Thank you very much. Please tell me what I have. I found this note in an old writing desk up at Gleeston Castle. I expect it will mean more to you. Fear in autumn, rising in winter. It feels all too prescient as we hurtle towards winter and a terrible, unknowable fate. Okay, I do know how to do this. So... Fear in autumn. Autumn is... I don't know what autumn is, and I need to look up fear anyway. Fear is the slashy triangle. And autumn is the bowl of rice. So the horrible slashy triangle there. Rising in winter. Correct? Fear in autumn, rising in winter. Winter has to be this one, right? So it's this room. I searched the room at the foot of the western tower quite thoroughly before finding a stash of papers. To my dismay, they are largely the scrawlings of a madman, but in amongst the nonsense there is some valuable information. Whoa, some stuff. Okay, a storm ward and something else. Let's see. A storm ward and a Manos. According to Whitlock, these are lighter than an Ivacant by half. Not exactly the most useful insight. They are carried by desert nomads who use them to conjure precious water from the cool night air. That's sick as fuck. Okay. So I know what half of an Ivacant is a Manos. And there's also a storm ward. These simple items supposedly grant a low level of protection against the elements, but this author has personally become soaked to the bone in one too many downpours to trust those claims. They are made from metal, typically bronze or iron. Weather! Weather! I don't know what I'm gaining from that. You are, forsooth, a Zephyrim. Do I have something that is half the weight of an Evacant? How much does an Evacant weigh? An Evacant weighs 1 pound. Nope, too light. Too heavy. Too heavy. Far too heavy. Okay, we'll put this over here for now. We'll come back to that. Barton, I mean. I've discovered the missing piece of the puzzle. Have you now? There's an ancient shrine to the nameless gods at the skull of Blencathra. Yeah? It seems humanity tried worshipping them once, long ago, before we learned how little they care for us. We must take the casket there. Whatever happens, we must not allow it to be opened. So this is the, this is my big choice. Strength and weakness, light and dark. With Corchin's light. Okay. Eli, welcome back. It's time to end this. Now. Bring the casket to the pit. Oh. To the pit, hey? Hold that up. Let's go to the pit. The sun is low in the sky as we arrive at the pit, casting a warm light across the treetops and the open fields. A solitary raven cries out from the tree line, and I look to the skies, but they are empty. The pit itself is an ominous sight that the otherwise serene atmosphere can do nothing to diminish. It is a scorched black hole, perhaps 5 meters in diameter, that has an unnatural look to it. This is a site of thaumic convergence. It is no simple thing to destroy an object of this kind. We need to set up opposing powers at opposing compass points. Strength and weakness, light and darkness. And finally, we need the light of Corchin to bind them. Okay, so you're dark, you're light, you are strength, you are weakness. Corchin's light? I don't know what that is. Corchenna? Maybe a Corchenna. Corchin's light. Fortune is the serpent goddess. I don't know what you want from me. With Fortune's light. You're being very, maybe it's a Corchena. These are used to call on the Gylan wisdom of the goddess Fortune. She's the goddess of earth, creation, rebirth. It's maintained that these are not. They exude an imposing... I don't know. Shit, dog. What is a Corchun's light? It has to be something that I don't have. Can you give me a hint? Yeah, thanks. Could you give me a different hint? That could be talking... Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. What about the... That could be a sunbond. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. The... Uh-huh. What is a light of Corchun? I never got my fucking papers! I never got my fucking papers from the library across the street! You piece of shit! I don't know what a Corchun's light is. Is it this thing? No. There's just one of these items that I'm not sure about. I know! It's the Corchun's light, because I don't know what that is. Corchun's a goddess of snakes. Hold on. Ooh, use your brain. Lock the fuck in, dude. Corchun is the goddess of snakes. Right? Right. Corchun. Tell me about Corchun from the Ossic Ring. She is snakes. Corchun is the serpent goddess. I don't know why it would be that stone. Night and darkness. I don't know why it would be this. But do I have snakes and light? I don't really have snakes and light. I have this thing, but it's not that thing. I have nothing else that I'm not sure about. I'm sure about everything else. So it's that thing, of course. Yes. Of course, Corchun's light. Corchun's light is the snake thing with the darkness stone in it. I'm a little bit upset. Just a smidgen. Eli inspects my work. His face shows little emotion, but he seems satisfied. By now, I guess if it inverts, if Corchun's light inverts, then it makes sense, but go fuck yourself. By now, the sun has finished setting, and only a hint of red afterglow remains in the darkening sky. The raven croaks his mournful cry once again, but this time there is a reply, and then another. I look up and see several dark shapes circling above. Quickly now, they're here. I spin round to follow Eli's gaze, and my pulse quickens as I look out across the field. A large group of shadowy figures is walking steadily towards us. We can't see their faces at this distance in the low light, but I'd be willing to bet that every one of them has pools of midnight for eyes. In the sky above, the ravens continue to grow in number, and their caws and cries get louder and louder. I look down at the black object in my hands. Such a small thing, and yet its seductive power is impossible to ignore. It wants to be opened. Suddenly, it feels inevitable. The casket, now! But I'm not sure I want to give it to him. The Wixic cord to make him ignore it, or the casket. Take it. What does it do? Ooh. Take the casket. The wave of intoxicating power washes over me, but I hold strong against it. I hand over the casket, and together we begin activating the items arranged around the pit. Working as fast as we can. It still takes longer than we'd like, and when I look up again, the thaumaturge has fear in his eyes. It's not working. He's clutching the light of Corchun, but it is lifeless in his hands. Such a shame. I turn to see the occult scholar. Her eyes are black, and she has a dread vivant in her hands. Where did she get that from? Not Strange Antiquities, I hope. She must be using it to dampen the power of the light of Corchun. We will take the casket now. It will be opened. All around us, the black-eyed mob shrieks and cheers, jostling and shoving and tripping over one another in their frantic race to reach the casket. Those at the front are nearly upon us. All hope is lost. But the thaumaturge thinks faster than I do. He quickly activates a Daedalus link and floats out across the pit, clutching the casket. The mob around me pays me no attention. They only have eyes for the casket. Eli begins to speak, quietly at first, and then rising in volume until he is almost shouting. I am no longer afraid. I am the dirt beneath the ground and the rock below that. I am the dust stretched thin across empty space. I am everything, cold and dead and dying. But I am also the heat and the light, the wind, the ice and the fire, the leaves on the tree and the water in the river. I am everything warm and alive and living. At that moment, Eli locks eyes with me, and suddenly I understand what I need to do. I charge forward and tackle the possessed scholar. I grapple with her, trying to pry the dead Vivint from her hands, but she is surprisingly wiry and strong. We teeter closer and closer to the edge of the pit, and cold fear hits my stomach as I look down into its inky depths. With one last burst of energy, I grab Verona and twist my body, pushing with all my strength. She scrabbles at the bare dirt at the edge, but she is unable to find purchase and she falls. I will never forget the look of shocked horror on her face as she plunges into the darkness of the pit. Eli wastes no time. As soon as he is able to, he activates the light of Corchin. Time stands still, and then there is a rush and a roar as a swirling vortex of blue-green light races up out of the pit. The full force of it strikes Eli, and he is obliterated by its power. The casket is sent soaring up into the night sky, where it seems to hang for a moment, turning slowly in the air, until with a shrieking, splintering crash, it shatters into 1,000 pieces, and there's nothing but smoke and the smell of ozone, and all is quiet. Oh. Eli's death has hit me hard in the aftermath of the events at the pit. Without his sacrifice, the casket would have surely been opened, and devastation and horror unleashed on the world. But it is Verona that keeps me up at night. I have spoken to her daughter, Simone, and she does not blame me. But I can't help replaying it over and over in my mind, trying to will a different outcome into existence. I fear I will forever be haunted by it. It has been some small comfort to learn that those who were under the casket's spell have been released. They remember nothing from their ordeal, but there seems to be no lingering ill effects, and Dr. Robertson says they have all made a full recovery. Wow, deceased killed by my own hand. Alive. Ending fucking 7? Bonnie's insane. Her thoughts are scattered after being sliced with a diverging hook. Audrey Bell murdered when the casket was not opened. Wow. Jupiter! Jack Hungerford insane. He never recovered after falling deeper into the trance. His mind is forever broken. Gladys is ashamed. Simone misses her mother. Jupiter rescued, fully recovered from his catnapping. Hold on, let's read everybody. Eli White, deceased. He sacrificed himself to save us. Verona Green, deceased, killed by my own hand. Rebecca Rose, alive. She's able to paint again and is enjoying the quiet life. Barton Potter, alive. Perhaps sensibly, he left Undermere when it was clear that disaster loomed on the horizon. Edmund Bishop, alive. He stayed at Castle Gleaston and weathered the storm. Francesca Robertson, alive. She is glad that her patients recovered, but is saddened by the one she could not save. The casket has been destroyed, but at what cost? Wow. Okay, alright. Go ahead. Play through. Play through this. Look at the Donkins. Good job. Good job, yous. Ooh, an epilogue. Okay. Hello. Never got my fucking papers. Tess. Hello. My father is suffering from Morgan's insanity. His doctors have given up on him, but Dr. Robertson told me there might be a way to save him. She said it might be possible to stop the infection spreading by cutting the poisonous thoughts from his mind, but she said it was beyond her skill. Need a diverging hook? Yeah. Peggy Grafton. There's an old hermit living out past Westwater who barely comes into town. He brings me lists now and then for odd things. This time he wants something that will pull water from thin air. No idea if he's mad or onto something, but I said I'd ask around. Something that weighs exactly half a pound, and I don't know what else about it. That's too light. That's not it. That could be it. No. I should look up water in the book's index. Of course! How fucking silly of me. I know what it is. It's the thingamajig. I know it's a Manus. They're lighter than an Evakint by half. I know that. They weigh 1/2 of a pound. That's too heavy. You're far too heavy. You're far too heavy. Oh, I'm gonna bust through a wall. The water aspect seems like a good starting point. I should look into symbols or gemstones. Sure, fine, sure. Fine. You suck so bad. Water is a down triangle. I only have so many objects that are unidentified. Everything is identified. Oh my god, is it you? Yeah. Whatever. Just take it. Just take it. Just take it. Get it out of here. I never want to see it again. Cecil Bateman. My lungs are shot. My doctors have told me to settle my affairs. But I'm not ready to give up. Not yet. I've heard a local story about the Witch of Undermere and her healing abilities. She might kill you, though. She might kill you. They say it's dangerous and painful, but sometimes it works. There you go. Owen Fox. My farm is diseased, my crops won't hold, and even the animals are uneasy. I don't know what this is about. My old man says the earth's angry. He says I should call upon Corchin for wisdom and blessings. Can you help? This land's all I've got. Yeah, fucking, I could. Maybe. Oh, that's the fucking pot. Hold on. Yeah, that's this thing. Snake bitch. Fortuna. Martha, what do you want? I collect rare artifacts, especially those with, shall we say, questionable uses. There's crime happening. A weaving edge has always fascinated me. Shink. I don't plan on using it, heavens no. Blood magical traditions, I simply must have it. Are you just here so that I can identify the rest of my things? Is that what this epilogue is? Francis Mason. I read Tales of Calaris from cover to cover. I'm surprised to learn of some of the powers he could wield. Did you know that he could walk through walls? This is honest, hold on. I read that he used a water shadow, but that we have lost the knowledge of how they work over the years. I don't expect I'll get very far with it, but I'd like to study one all the same. A what? Uh-huh. Who knows, perhaps I'll succeed where others have failed. A what? A water's shadow? You can... And I say this with hate in my heart, actually. Go fuck yourself. A water's shadow? I don't have anything on I got this and I got that. What? The thaumic fields of any unidentified items I have remaining. Sure, why? Why? Is one of them gonna say water shadow? Sure, okay, I'll check the thaumic fields of any unidentified objects I have remaining. I have this, I have that. I have this. Everything else has a tag on it. Everything else I know what it is. You are wiggly. You are swirly. You are... okay. I'm gonna blow up. Okay, and? What about it? Is Calaris in my fucking... No. Well, it's gotta be one of these three objects. A water... I'm gonna go insane. Okay, fine. Let's fucking figure out... I guess if I had to make a guess, it would be a Dradic field. Because why would it be anything else? So it's a triangle with the big on the top and the little on the bottom. So it's that one, which was this one, I guess. No, I've gone insane. A deep fear has taken root. I must break the hold it has over me. Huh? What is this? The goal is to break the seal. Match dice symbols to a section of the seal to break it. Stars are wild. They can be any symbol as long as they're all the same. Roll the dice as many times as you like. Click dice to lock and lock them. If you get 3 crossbones before banking, you lose a life. 5 of kind automatically breaks it. What? Okay. So, huh? I'm lost and confused. Okay. I'm missing papers, and I know I'm missing papers, but I don't know how to... I know that I'm missing papers. You're welcome to them if they're in use. If I don't hear from you, then I will donate them to the library across the street. Yeah, you haven't heard from me. Are they at the library across the street yet? They sure aren't. I'm a little annoyed by this. Sure, okay, whatever. It produces a faint thaumic field, and I'm sure my paper would have told me that. But I don't have that paper. Hi, Gus. I've been studying old texts, references to things hidden beneath the surface of our world. Yeah, have you? They mention the use of a spirit eye to see beyond the black veil. Something I'd like to experience for myself. Okay, this one I have vaguely identified before, I think. They draw their power from the opposing symbols inscribed upon them, which is this one. Okay. So is the epilogue literally just to identify the things you've not identified yet? Hello, Alice. My grandmother followed the old ways. She kept a Dradic altar in the cellar. She believed in asking for nature's blessing before a harvest. I found a note about a ritual. It meant to bring abundance, but it needs an Argyle. This seems like the place to find one. You're right. There you go. Tommy! Hello, Tommy. Work at the riverbed, searching for stones, amethyst jade, maybe Vivianite if I'm lucky. Uh-huh, what about it? It's hard to spot him in the muck. Uh-huh. But I heard about these remnants that let you feel the glimmer through the dirt. Yeah, what about it? What do you want? What do you want? Worth a shot. What? A remnant, capital R. It's not a fucking thing. A something remnant. An Ares remnant. Most likely, yes. Yeah. Here. Lets you feel them through the dirt. Hello, Thomas Pope. I remember you. We've hit a bit of a snag, and I've had to shut down the quarry. Uh-huh. Our dynamite supplier has had a little accident. I'll spare you details. Wonder, is there anything among your fine collection that could get us up and running again in the short term? Yeah, you want a pit. To break stone. I'm losing money by the minute. William Wheatley. My thesis is on the psychology of fear, but the books can only take me so far. I need to feel it properly. I'm sure you have something. Yeah, probably. This is Zaya. Bye now. Althea O'Shea. I've been looking into Corvin, the Bloody Queen, for a book on historical figures that I'm writing. Yeah, do you want her mite? Is that what you want? Because that's not identified. I'm finding it surprisingly difficult to verify much of her story. I was hoping to take a look at one of the bloodstone artifacts that were created in her name, if you have one, of course. I do. Constance Bader. Hello. Not trying to hurt anyone, just shift their thinking a little. Sometimes all it takes is a suggestion in the right state of mind. Do you have anything suitable? Yeah, the hypnotism thing. Jane Fairburn. My sons are out of control. Jail doesn't teach them anything. A year behind bars and they come back worse. I want them to feel the wrong they've done. Real penance so that they might change their ways. You want them to feel guilty? Where's my binding seed? It's all the optional things so far. Hello, James. There's a lawman snooping around the blacksmith's guild. Yeah, why? Can't have them poking into parts business they're not supposed to, if you catch my drift. You want a Lunima? I need a way to keep them out. You know, all the optional things the epilogue is here to let us identify. Charlotte Bradshaw. My brother captains a small fishing vessel in Havering. There was a big storm last month, and 2 boats never came home. I remember what the old sailors used to carry. Charms, tokens, things to keep the sea calm, or at least keep you afloat. Want to give him something like that? You want a shin? There you go. I'm full of righteous anger. I won't be taken advantage of anymore. It's time to fight back against my tormentor. He's bullied and threatened me all my adult life, and I've had enough. Hi, David. Rain again. Soaked to the bones before I'm halfway through my... Oh, this thing. I'm fed up with it. Got a few bob to spare if you know a way to keep me dry. This. I have now identified all the items, says my achievement. Thank you very much. And with that, I am done. Time for a well-earned rest, right after I give Jupiter one last scratch behind the ears. I have identified every item, even the ones that I did not have papers for, because they never gave me my papers. I couldn't figure out how to do it. That was Strange Antiquities. A little frustrating with certain artifacts, only because they're so vague. Like, and just not having the papers that you need to identify the item that you have. Like, how am I supposed to know that water's shadow puts off a weak thaumic field if I can't find the paper to get it? There was no way. Who was I supposed to go talk to with that paper that said, hey, if I don't hear from you, I'll donate them to the library? I went to the library every day after, and there was never anything. So maybe there was another library across the street that I didn't know about, but that was frustrating. But other than that, other than the frustrations of either not having the right papers or the descriptions being very vague, I liked that game. I really did like Strange Antiquities. And I also really quite enjoyed Strange Horticulture when I played Strange Horticulture on my own. I give it a 8 out of 10. I didn't think there would be 7 minimum endings. And now I kind of want to see what it takes to go through and get all the different ones. I want to see what all the different endings are. But if you want to know what those different endings are, you're just gonna have to go and play it yourself, or find someone else on the internet who got different endings, because that is all for me, folks. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I had a good time. I liked being a thaumaturge, I liked running my shop, and I hope that you enjoyed it as well. And I hope you had a very good morning, evening, afternoon, or night, wherever you may be. And I hope that I catch you around wherever we may go next. See ya.